We're here at the Southwest Virginia Solar Summit. We've got speakers on the stage, vendors at booths. There's a bouncy house. The kids are enjoying the big slide. So yeah, come on out and talk about solar in Southwest Virginia.
Learning more about this project, and if you could tell us, where folks can learn more and see more, and we'll have a couple minutes potentially at the end. So welcome, and we're glad you're here.
Hi everybody, I'm Jess Gray. I'm the CEO of Gray's Landscaping. We have our booth over there. Some of you have already met my daughter, who is our next salesperson. She's really wants you to take our free stuff, so please do. Yeah, we run our sheep on solar across Virginia. So we have about 1,100 ewes that we're grazing about 4,000 acres of Virginia. We've grazed from the beach to the mountains and everything in between. I was lucky enough to be a 2023 Nuffield International Farming Scholar, so I toured the world studying sheep economies. And the reason it's so important is because solar is going to provide us an opportunity to create jobs with sheep. And we lost all of that, and we're trying to figure out how do we get it back, what markets are worth getting it back into. So we went to Australia, New Zealand, we went all through the UK, we went out into Montana, and everything in between to try to figure that all out. I'm also on the board for the American Solar Grazing Association, so there is an organization for people like us who are trying to promote the industry as a whole. And in 2024, I was a Virginia rural leader, so I got to travel all of Virginia and all the places, the amazing places that we have, and learn more about what makes rural Virginia so special. The reason that was all super important is because that's all agrivoltaics, and what we do is going to impact all of those little nooks and crannies. So basically, for those that don't know, agrivoltaics is ag production under or adjacent around solar panels. It's pretty simple. And it can be anything. It can be sheep, it can be bees, it can be just pollinator planting, so bringing back the butterflies, the moths, all of that. It can even we're starting to get into cattle as well. But it's bringing ag back to the landscape, which is super important.
Make a difference in communities. And so I haven't fully announced myself. Hello again, everybody. My name is Austin Counts. I work with Appalachian Voices as our solar and electrification projects manager.
You got it all inside of you. Feel it to be true. And when you dance, I'm in the group. You make me move. You make me move.
Hey everybody, it's the day after the Southwest Virginia Solar Summit, and we got back late last night, so we're watering the cows right now. And I just wanted to follow up with, it was such a great event, and I really wish more localities would have events like that. There was stuff for the kids to do, there was a food truck, so it was free food, it was entertainment for the kids, but it was also sharing information from lots of different great resources. So the grazing teams were there, of course. They had the Department of Energy and all these other partners that would really be impactful for the process, right? So thinking about the environment, so all the environmental teams and all kinds of just people that are included that maybe the local community doesn't realize, right? All sharing the information of why and how solar could positively impact those communities. It's a great idea. It's a great event. And somebody even said to me that I really wish more of our local board members and those that are in the decision-making process were here at this kind of event. And I said, well, I wish more localities would have events like this. We just have to keep getting the boots to the ground and getting out there to share the information, to ease people into, hey, I know you've heard these things, but they're actually not true. This is actually what it is. This is actually what it does. This is how it's going to be a positive to you. I think some of the key highlights out of talking to community members was, one, economics. So our rural Virginia is having trouble with the economy. I mean, they got hit hard, and they're wondering how they're going to bounce back. We're talking about being in coal country too. So with this shift, does that mean we're anti-cold? What does it look like? How are we transitioning people? Are there going to be jobs for them? That was really a big topic. And I think this isn't just a Southwest Virginia topic. This is everywhere. How are we going to make these shifts? What are we going to do? They even had the superintendent of the local school system there. They installed solar on some rooftops for their schools, and they actually ended up having some students do internships with those groups that were doing that, and then what it led to is jobs for them. So they're actually looking at, can they be creating a workforce for that? Does that make sense? Can they start getting their students to be thinking about building solar and what that will look like, and can they get the tools there to train them and things like that? So I think it was really, really great. Lots of positive momentum, I think, for Southwest Virginia. I only talked to probably 2 people that were on the fence about it, and at the end of it they were like, I could see how this could positively impact us. So not a lot of negative, but a lot of good questions being asked, a lot of good engagement from community members, and I really hope that we can get those kind of projects and ideas and fairs, or whatever you want to call it, but those kind of scenarios out to localities that are making these decisions, and let them engage and let the community actually engage with the individuals that were going to be part of the decision-making process. If more people knew how much actually went into all of it, I do think they'd be more supportive. I think there is the misconception that it's a willy-nilly kind of thing, and it's definitely not. And for us, one of the topics that a lot of people asked us is, will photovoltaics be a thing? How is it working? And so, of course, that's why I wanted to do this in front of our cows. Also, like I said, double dipping and watering up here. But I'd love to see these on solar. They're great. And they do a lot of really good stuff. And so these ones are looking for a solar home if anybody has any ideas or projects open to them. But overall, Southwest Virginia Solar Summit nailed it. They did a great job, great community engagement. Super excited about that event. And like I said, my goal is hopefully to see that spread and see more community engagement events like that. Thanks, everybody.